Hey, basketball fans, welcome back to Tips and Streams, your go-to spot for the hottest NBA regular season predictions. I'm Kokan, and I'm here to break down today's matchups and give you the edge you need to make the best bets. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video. Your support means the world to us. Remember, our channel has no sponsors and relies solely on the love and support of viewers like you. Even a small donation by pressing the thanks button under the video helps us keep bringing you top-notch content every day. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and fellow basketball enthusiasts. And we love hearing from you, so drop a comment below and let us know what you want to see in our forecasts. Your feedback helps us improve and bring you the content you crave. Let's jump right into today's NBA predictions. We've got some exciting games lined up, so stay tuned and let's get that winning streak going. Today, we have predictions for 4 NBA games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the San Antonio Spurs and Miami Heat. The Spurs are packing their bags and heading to South Beach for a showdown with the Heat, and let's be real, neither squad is hitting its stride right now. San Antonio just got obliterated by Memphis in a 140-112 beatdown, leaving them stuck at 12th in the West with a 19-21 record. It's been a roller coaster season for this young squad, trying to find their identity without the legendary Greg Popovich, who's been sidelined since November. The fact they're even flirting with the play-in speaks volumes about their resilience. The buzz around the Spurs starts and ends with Victor Wembanyama. The kid's already living up to the hype, dropping 24.5 points and grabbing 10.8 boards a night. An all-star nod seems like a lock, but let's not sugarcoat it. January hasn't been kind to the French phenom. Teams are throwing the kitchen sink at him defensively, and it's taken a toll on his scoring. On a brighter note, rookie Stephon Castle has been stepping up big time, averaging over 20 points per game in his last 3 outings. He's starting to look like he belongs in the league, but the Spurs' real issue is on defense. They're hemorrhaging points, north of 120 per game over their last 4. Their up-tempo style might be exciting, but it's leaving them exposed on the defensive end. Meanwhile, the Heat aren't exactly lighting it up either. They just took a 133-113 loss to Denver, slipping to 20-20 and holding onto the 9th spot in the East. This team defines streaky: win a few, lose a few, rinse and repeat. The real drama, though, is off the hardwood. Jimmy Butler's relationship with the team is on thin ice, and it's starting to spill over into their play. He dropped 18 points in his return from suspension against Denver, but the chemistry is off. You can see it in his body language and his teammates' reactions. It's not the Heat culture we're used to. Tyler Herro, on the other hand, has been this team's heartbeat. He's averaging 24.2 points a game, consistently filling up the stat sheet, and he poured in 22 against Denver to lead the team. Bam Adebayo's been his usual steady self, but Miami's depth has been hit or miss. Nikola Jovic showed some promise with a 16-point performance last game, but the Heat need more consistent production from their bench. This matchup feels like a battle of vulnerabilities. Can Bam Adebayo put the clamps on Wembanyama? That could be the difference maker, because if Victor gets loose, it's going to be a long night in the paint for Miami. On the flip side, the Heat have to figure out their three-point shot. They bricked their way to 27% against Denver, and that's not going to fly against a high-paced Spurs team. Miami's dominated this matchup historically, winning 7 of the last 8 meetings, but let's be real, this Heat squad isn't exactly inspiring confidence. If you're asking me, I'm leaning toward the Spurs to cover this 4-point spread. They've got the size advantage, and if they can patch up their leaky defense, they'll keep it close. Plus, Miami's been shaky against the spread at home, so I like San Antonio's chances. As for the total, this one screams points. The Spurs play at warp speed, and their defense is more of a suggestion than a reality. Combine that with Miami's tendency to hit the over at home, and I'm expecting fireworks. I think 219 is absolutely in play here. For props, I'm riding with Tyler Herro to hit at least 22 points. The guy's been a walking bucket all season, and with Butler's situation still murky, this is Herro's team to carry. He's been steady, and I don't see that changing in this matchup. Final call? Spurs to cover, Herro to shine, and a high-scoring shootout to keep things lively.
Welcome to BetUS, Sportsbook and Casino, your ultimate hub for secure and thrilling sports betting and casino gaming. BetUS is one of the oldest and most reliable online sportsbooks in the U.S., serving millions of clients all over the globe each month. BetUS, trusted for over 30 years, offers huge welcome bonuses, countless betting options, and many deposit and payout methods. Depositing funds is a breeze and safe, with a minimum deposit of just $10. Payouts are fast and hassle-free, beginning at only $50. Choose from various payout options like MoneyGram, couriered check, cryptocurrency, or bank wire. Signing up is quick and easy. For signing up, you can use the link in the description and enjoy a generous 125% welcome bonus of up to $3,000. By signing up using the link in the description, you'll also support us as we earn a small commission from your registration at BetUS. Thank you for supporting us. Join now and start winning.
The second prediction for today is for a game between the Denver Nuggets and Orlando Magic. This matchup between the Denver Nuggets and the Orlando Magic has all the makings of an interesting clash. On one hand, you've got the Nuggets, who are rolling with confidence and riding high on Nikola Jokic brilliance. On the other, there's the Magic, a team that started the season strong, but seems to be losing their grip lately. Let's dig into why I think this game is going to be closer than it might look at first glance. The Nuggets have been doing their thing lately, picking up wins in 6 of their last 8 games. The 2 losses? Those came without Jokic on the floor. That tells you everything you need to know about how much this team revolves around their MVP big man. Jokic isn't just carrying the offense, he's expanding his bag of tricks. The guy is knocking down threes at a ridiculous 47.1% clip, second best in the league. That's wild for a center, but honestly, nothing surprises me with him anymore. What does raise an eyebrow is how Denver's front office hasn't surrounded him with better talent during his prime. Jamal Murray's struggles to bounce back from injury don't help either. He's not the same guy he was a couple of seasons ago, and that fat contract of his doesn't leave Denver much room to maneuver. The bright spot here is Russell Westbrook. Say what you want about his past, but he's been stepping up big time for the Nuggets. He's learned to play off Jokic and even taken on some of the closing duties that used to belong to Murray. It's a different role for Russ, but it's working, and the Nuggets are better for it. Now, let's talk about the Magic. Orlando's season has been a tale of 2 halves. Early on, they were scrappy and tough, but lately, they've been taking some tough losses. They've dropped 4 of their last 5 and got absolutely smoked by Milwaukee and Boston in back-to-back games. Injuries are a big part of their problems. Banchero has been in and out of the lineup, Wagner is sidelined, and Suggs won't suit up for this one. When you're missing key pieces like that, it's no wonder their defense has slipped. They were a top 2 defensive unit early in the year, but now they've dropped to 10th. Offense? Don't even get me started. They've got the worst offense in the league over the last 15 games. Yeah, worse than anyone. Their 3-point shooting is abysmal, and without Wagner and Banchero consistently in the lineup, they've got no one to create their own shot. It's like they're stuck in the mud offensively, and the results show it. So, what does this game look like? Denver should win, they're the better team, no question. But Orlando isn't going to make it easy. They play slow, grinded out basketball, and they're going to try to drag Denver down to their level. The Magic are the slowest paced team in the league, averaging just 98 possessions a game. They'll try to muck this game up, make it physical, and hope the refs let them play. That's their only real chance. As for the total, the line is set at 223, and I don't see it getting there. Orlando's pace and defensive mindset almost guarantee a low-scoring affair. The Magic haven't scored more than 106 points in their last 12 games, and I doubt they'll break that streak here. Denver's defense isn't elite, but it's more than capable of shutting down the struggling Magic offense. My gut says Denver takes this one, but it won't be a cakewalk. The Magic have a way of keeping games close, especially at home, and they've covered the spread against Denver in 9 of their last 10 meetings. I like Denver to win outright, but I'm backing Orlando to cover the 7-point spread. It's going to be a grind, but that's the kind of game Orlando thrives in. Before we move on, I have a quick favor to ask. If you're enjoying the content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing might seem like a small action, but it actually makes a big impact for us. Plus, it's completely free for you. Have you clicked that subscribe button? Awesome, thank you so much for your support. Now let's dive back into the video. The third prediction for today is for a game between the Philadelphia 76ers and Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks and Sixers are meeting up in Milwaukee, and let me tell you, this game feels like a mismatch from the jump. The Bucks are cruising right now, while Philly looks like a team running on fumes. Milwaukee's been rolling, picking up 3 straight wins and taking 6 out of their last 7. They're clicking on both ends of the floor, and when you've got Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard leading the charge, it's tough to find any holes in their game. Giannis is just doing Giannis things, dropping 35 and grabbing 13 boards against Toronto like it's another day at the office. Sure, the free throw line wasn't his friend, 11 for 18, but his dominance inside more than made up for it. Lillard? He didn't even need to shoot the lights out to put up 26 points and dish out 8 dimes, going a perfect 10 for 10 at the stripe. The supporting cast is stepping up too. Chris Middleton's return has been huge, Bobby Portis is solid as ever, and Taurean Prince has been lights out when called upon. Milwaukee's depth is starting to show, and their defense, ranked 8th in the league, is locking teams up when it matters. Now, flip the script, and you've got the Sixers. Man, it's been rough for Philly. They're 15-25 and barely hanging on to 11th in the East. To make matters worse, they're on a 5-game skid and just can't seem to get it together. Their roster's been decimated, and Joel Embiid's absence looms large. He's out again, now dealing with knee swelling after already missing time with foot issues. Even when he's played, the numbers, 24.4 points, 7.8 rebounds, 3.8 assists, have been solid, but nowhere near the MVP level impact we're used to seeing. Tyrese Maxey, though, he's been a warrior. Averaging 26 points and almost 6 assists a game, this kid's giving it everything he's got, night in and night out. The problem? He's not getting much help. Kelly Oubre Jr. has had his moments, but guys like Paul George and Andre Drummond haven't delivered consistently. The Sixers are playing with a thin rotation, and the lack of chemistry is glaring. They're shooting bricks, struggling to hit 42% from the field and just 26% from deep in their last game against the Bucks. It's tough to win like that, no matter how many offensive rebounds you grab. Defensively, Philly has been a step slow. Last time these two met, the Bucks shot over 53% from the field and torched them from 3-point range. The Sixers blocked just 2 shots in that game. 2. That's not going to cut it, especially when you're facing a squad like Milwaukee that thrives on offensive rhythm. Looking at this game, it's hard to see a path for the Sixers to pull off an upset. Maxey will probably put up a fight, he always does, but without Embiid in the paint and with the team playing on a back-to-back, it's going to be a tall task. The Bucks are rolling, and they've got all the tools to make this one ugly. I'm expecting Giannis to dominate, Lillard to cook, and the rest of the crew to chip in just enough to put this game out of reach early. At this point, Philly's season feels like it's already over. They're 5 games out of the play-in, and with their injury list looking like a laundry list, it's tough to see them making any noise the rest of the way. Meanwhile, Milwaukee is on a mission, and I don't see them taking their foot off the gas here. I'm riding with the Bucks to not only win, but cover the 10-point spread comfortably. This one's got blowout written all over it. The fourth prediction for today is for a game between the Los Angeles Lakers and Los Angeles Clippers. The clash between the Lakers and Clippers always feels electric, and this matchup at the new Intuit Dome is no different. The LA rivalry isn't just about the game, it's about pride, dominance, and who really owns the city. Both teams come into this one with nearly identical records, making it a true toss-up. The Lakers are sitting at 22-17, but let's be real, they've been riding a roller coaster this season. They barely scraped past the Nets in their last outing, and while a win's a win, it's hard to ignore their inconsistencies, especially on the defensive end. LeBron James is still putting on a show at 39, knocking down threes at over 40% this month. He's doing his part, and then some, but even a king can't carry a shaky squad forever. Anthony Davis, when he's healthy, has been a beast, averaging 25 and 12, but his day-to-day status keeps everyone on edge. Without him, the Lakers' interior presence takes a massive hit, and against a team like the Clippers, that could be a big problem. Rebounding has been a disaster for them lately. For a team that used to dominate the boards, sitting near the bottom of the league in that department is head-scratching. The Clippers, on the other hand, are playing like a team with something to prove. Their defense is flat-out nasty right now. They've held opponents under 100 points in 3 straight games, including an absolute demolition of the Nets, where they gave up just 67. That's not defense, it's a shutdown. Kawhi Leonard is back and looking sharp, averaging 25, 7, and 5 in his last 5 matchups against the Lakers. He's still got that smooth, controlled game that's so tough to defend. Add in James Harden, who's finding his groove with 9 dimes a night this month, and Norman Powell, who's been lighting it up with nearly 24 points per game, and this team has some serious weapons. Ivica Zubac deserves a shout-out too. He's been holding it down in the paint, averaging a double-double while being a defensive anchor. If Anthony Davis suits up, that's going to be a heavyweight battle in the post. The Clippers are also handling business on the boards, which gives them a huge edge. Their ability to clean up the glass and limit second chance points has been a game changer. This matchup will come down to a few key factors. Can the Lakers find enough scoring outside of LeBron and Austin Reeves? Reeves has been a bright spot, especially after his 38-point explosion against the Nets. But the Clippers' defense is a different beast. They'll look to force the Lakers into tough shots and control the tempo. On the flip side, the Lakers need to get out in transition and create easy buckets because breaking down the Clippers in the half court is no small task. I've got to give the Clippers the edge here. Their defense has been on another level, and they've dominated this rivalry recently, winning 12 of the last 15 meetings. Plus, they've been cashing tickets all season, covering spreads like clockwork. If Powell, Harden, and Zubac are all good to go, I can't see the Lakers keeping up. The Clippers' ability to lock down on D and make life miserable for opposing stars gives them the upper hand. I'm rolling with the Clips to win and cover the minus 3.5 point spread. But if any of their key guys are out, I pivot to the under on 216.5 total points. Either way, this game's going to be a battle, and it's hard to bet against a team that's firing on all cylinders defensively. Let's see if the Clippers can keep that chip on their shoulder and remind everyone that LA isn't just a one-team town anymore.